Welcome to another episode of Synthpop Reviews. I know it's been a while, but we're back now, and we should have much more regular content posted to the podcast. In this episode, I'm going to review the album Electric Sun by VNV Nation. I have been an on and off fan of VNV Nation for many years. I really have liked some of their albums, and others just haven't appealed to me the way I thought they would. I don't like some of their earlier work. It's a little bit too harsh for me. But ever since the album Empires, I've really become a fan. And I like most of their work, most of the albums from Empires and newer. So this new album, Electric Sun, some critics have called this album kind of a depressing and hopeless album, especially regarding the lyrics of the album. And that may be the case. For me, though, the sound and the feeling of a song is much more important than the lyrics. Unless the lyrics are really dumb, then it does bother me. But otherwise, it's much more about the feeling that comes with the music and the music itself, not so much what the words are saying. I also don't care at all for expletives, swear words in my music. I like to be able to play the songs that I enjoy, the songs that I like in front of my wife and my kids, and I just won't do that if there are swear words in the songs. So I was happy to find that this album, Electric Sun, is free of expletives, at least as far as I could tell. I actually like this album quite a bit better than some of the other recent VNV Nation albums. So let's get into a few of the details of the album. The first song on the album is called Electric Sun, and it's a bit kind of slow, especially at first, a bit ponderous and dramatic, but it's still pretty good. Of course, dramatic is pretty much what VNV Nation specializes in, so it kind of comes with the territory. But next comes one of the album's best songs, in my opinion. It's called Before the Rain, and this song is very exciting and fast-paced. I like it a lot. After Before the Rain, we get another of the best songs on the album, in my opinion. The song is called The Game, and I really like the lyrics, especially on the chorus of this song. The words are interesting to me, and they're kind of fun to sing along to. This is one of those songs on the album that I do sing along to. Next, we get yet another album highlight, the song Invictus. It's another fast-paced song with thumping percussion, and at this point, the album Electric Sun is really on a roll with 3 great songs in a row. I never skip these 3 songs, the second, third, and fourth songs on the album. They're just really fun, interesting. I like to listen to them. Next, we get another solid song. It's called Artifice, and this one is pretty good, but I feel that it kind of pales in comparison to the previous 3. The 6th song is called In the Temple, and it's a pretty kind of beautiful instrumental. Normally, I just can't stand instrumentals, and I automatically skip them in just about every case. But this one is good enough. I do typically stay with this one and listen to it, and it serves as a kind of intermission for the album. We've had a lot of fast-paced, pounding songs that are exciting and interesting and fun, but we need a break at this point, and this song does the trick. After this relatively calm instrumental, we get a really fast-paced and cool-sounding song called Prophet. Now, as I listen to this song, the lyrics, as I understand them, they kind of read like a critique of religion, and I don't really agree with that. I don't feel good about criticizing other religions. I don't like when my own religion is criticized. And so it seems to be kind of a general critique of religion, not a specific, individual religion. But still, it kind of bothers me just a little bit. I do have some mixed feelings about this song, but it is a fast-paced and kind of cool-sounding song, which is kind of my favorite type of synth-pop song. So I have mixed feelings. But again, for me, lyrics are secondary to the music and the feeling that comes along with the song. The song Wait, the next song on the album, is a bit depressing, but I still like the song, and it's got both some exciting elements to it and moments, and then also some calming, kind of more peaceful moments to the song. Next, we get a song that seems more hopeful. It's called At Horizon's End. It's a calm, beautiful song. In an album full of high beats per minute songs, this slower paced song stands out and helps to balance out the album, in my opinion. I think it's important to have some of these. They're a little bit maybe calmer, a little more positive. You can't have an album completely full of really fast-paced songs. That would be a little bit of a difficult album to listen to from start to finish. Next, we have one of my favorite songs on the album. It's called Run. And while it's not as high tempo as some of the earlier songs, it's really cool sounding, and the lyrics are sad, definitely, but they're fun to sing along to, in my opinion. It's one of my favorite songs, like I said, and I do find myself singing along to this one. Next comes Sunflare, and I'm really impressed on this album with VNV Nation's ability to produce so many fast-paced, exciting, cool songs without them all sounding similar. It doesn't, to me, feel like they're following a recipe or a cookie-cutter approach to creating their music. Somehow, these songs sound distinct from each other, and I don't get tired of listening to this album because of that, I think. Sunflare is a little more mid-tempo, kind of like the song Run, but it's really cool. I like it a lot. Now we get to the final track on the album. It's another instrumental. It's called Under Sky. And this one takes a long time to build, just very slowly builds from a quiet song into something more loud. And it slowly builds and becomes a beautiful end to the album. So what's my final verdict for this album, Electric Sun by VNV Nation? For me, I feel like it's somewhere between a 4 out of 5 and a 5 out of 5. I really like this album, and I just keep coming back to it. I'll set it aside for a few days, and then I'm drawn to it, and I want to listen to it again. And, for me, that's a pretty important sign. I have so many synth-pop CDs, albums that I listen to, that if an album doesn't kind of call to me and encourage me to come back to it and listen to it, it can easily just get lost in my collection. It can just sit on the shelf for months or years and never be listened to because I have such a big collection. And I don't think that's going to happen to this album. I think I will keep coming back to it every so often because it is so full of quality songs that I enjoy. Yes, some of them have meanings and lyrics that are a little bit dark, a little bit depressing at times, but there are songs that redeem that feeling and bring it back to a little bit more positive feel. And the songs are so fun. And once again, I really do appreciate the fact that there aren't obvious swear words, expletives in the music. I recommend this album. I'm going to give it 4.5 stars out of 5. And I hope you'll check it out. Now, as I end this episode of Synthpop Reviews, I want to point out that along with the podcast, we do have a YouTube channel. We've got the website, synthpopreviews.blogspot.com, and a little known feature on that webpage is I do have a link called Synthpop CD Collection. If you click on that, it brings up a list of all of the CDs and records that I own that are in my collection. This does not count MP3 albums. These are physical products that I own, but you can look through that and get ideas of other albums that you might want to check out. And I do have my rating in there for many of these albums from 1 to 5 stars. And in many cases, I also have just a quick review about the album. So check it out, and I hope you'll come back and listen or watch my next episode of Synthpop Reviews. Thank you.